Greetings, this is Jesse from the Nintendo Dads with a playthrough of a few games of Dicey Dungeons. This isn't the start of the game. I've already beat about 10 or so stages, but someone in the Discord said, we'd be interested in hearing more information on this, so I'm like, okay, I'll do a live stream. So in case you didn't hear me talk about it on the last podcast, the quick summary is it's a dice and card game. You roll a certain number of dice and then use the dice to play your cards to do damage, put buffs on you, to put nerfs on the opponent, or heal yourself, basically. And each of the main characters has a different skill. And then as you finish stages, you open up additional chapters of that character, which changes the rules. So, like, I've completed 3 stages of the warrior, which is supposedly the easiest one, though it's they still aren't all that completely easy here. Like this one, it took me. The first stage is pretty easy, but this stage took me 3 tries. It took me 2 tries here. I think I've already failed 2 or 3 times in this one, but I'll give this one a try. So the rules here, it's the same thing as the first stage, except for the enemies get a 10% health bump, and all enemies' equipment are already upgraded. So all the attacks has an upgraded form and a degraded form if you get a nerf. But he's themed like a game show. That's the host, Lady Luck, who is making it sound like everything's fair and square, but even though it isn't, and she knows it isn't, because she set this whole thing up. Let's give a thunderous round of applause for the warrior. Aww. After all, he used to love thunder, and then he's never going to hear it again. But for my equipment, I start out with just a sword. The sword does end damage, so whatever die I apply to the card, I do that much damage. And as I play the game, I'll get more weapons. So the sword takes up 2 slots of my equipment. I can bring 6 slots worth of equipment to me in battle, and everything else stays in my backpack. And I'm able to switch things around anytime I want in between fights. Alright, so he has the ability of, like, re-roll a die up to 3 times. Here, I don't need to. The most damage I can do is 6. And then there's a fury gauge that goes up every time I take damage. So now that it's full, it's double next action. So if I use it now and then attack with the sword will attack twice. I don't need to use it here, so I won't, because the 3 damage will... Oh! I forgot, I didn't even see that he had a shield. Okay, so that was my bad. So I could have tried to re-roll, or I could have done the attack with 3 twice, then that would have done it. So I just screwed my turn over there. Let's pay attention now. So he's got shield of 2. Alright, let's try to re-roll this, try to get a 5 or more. Here's a 5, so this will do the win. But I don't heal up between fights, so that hurt me. But I do get another weapon, a staff. So the 8 means I don't have to have 8 points at the same turn. I can apply, say, a 3 to it out of my spare dice, and then it'll go down to 5, and the next round it'll still say 5. So I can, if it's showing the number of pips that I need to do that in that turn, if it's showing a number like this, it can be done over time. So since I have room in my inventory, it's automatically applied to my inventory, so I can start again. So I'm just going to beat this in one turn. I'll use my Fury and then attack with 6, which does 12 total, and I win. And now that I've won 2 rounds, I'll level up, which will put me back. That'll put me back to full health. Nothing else in here except for to go downstairs. You can see what floor I'm on in the lower lower right corner. So I don't have to eat this now. I can hold on to it. I have to defeat. If I defeat 2 out of these 3, then I'll level up to 3, which again will heal me. So I'll probably attack 2, get to level 3, attack the 3rd one, then eat if I need to eat to refill my health. So Sneezy is the first enemy that actually has a bit of a strategy, and I kind of like it. Sneezy has 4 spikes attacks that he can do a turn. You know, its normal spike is 6 damage. You know, roll 6 to do 3 damage. But since they're all upgraded, it's roll 4 to do 3 damage. But his sneeze, the regular sneeze is reduce the countdowns on all equipment by N. So if he rolls 2 6s, they all go down by 6, and I get hit with 16 damage. But since it's sneeze plus, any number of doubles reduce all countdowns to 0. So even a roll of 1 and a 1 will do 16 damage to me. Let's re-roll this 1 so to get a higher number. Okay, let's see if I can do better than... Alright, well, I don't need to do any better, because so now I can do 6 damage here, and then do 6 damage and a burn with these. So the burn means one of his dice will be on fire. So this is the dice-based RPG. Yeah, it's dice and cards together. So the burn means one of his dice will be on fire. He can choose to not use it, and that's fine. Or if he wants to use it, he has to take 2 damage in order to use it. Let's see what he does. So he took the 2 damage, so he'll do attack me with 1, attack me with a 2. Because the 3 and the 2 together was more than 4, so that was enough to do an attack. Let's re-roll this 2, try to get a 4 more. Alright, here's a win. So roll that 6, and then apply these 8 points to this for 6 more damage. Okay, it's a bump, so it's a smaller card, so that'll only take up 1 of my inventory spots, and it'll increase the value of a die by 1. If I give it a 6, it'll then give me the 6 back and then a 1 as a new die, and there are some times when that comes in handy. Now let's do this stereo head guy. His attacks is max 5, so if he rolls 2 6s, he can't attack me. Okay. So I'm not even going to do combat roll. I'll use this to bump the 5 to a 6. Then I'll attack with a 6, and then attack with the 8. So he took 2 damage to take away the burn, and he does 10 damage with 2 weakens. So what the weakens do, it lowered a staff to a staff minus, which changed from 6 damage down to 3 damage, and then the bump to bump minus, which limited the dice value to 3. Nice to catch. Watched your Defentron playthrough as well. Well, hopefully, I know I got stuck really fast on Defentron, and I'm kind of stuck here too as well. When he gets down to the levels 5 and 4 and 5, I normally get hung up on a bad roll, but this is at least more fun because there's just always that chance of a lucky roll. Where Defendron is just, it either works or it doesn't. Anyway, so let's re-roll this 2 a few times, see if I can get something better. Okay, I'm okay with this. So I'll do 5 damage with this, and then I'll do 3 more damage with the burn with the other 9. Okay, he can't use the 6, So he's not going to spend his points to take out the fire. So now I only have one weaken. So let's see if I can get... Oh, I should have rolled the 3. Alright. Alright, so I'll do the 5 damage, and I'll apply the other 6 to this 8, bringing it down to 2. So the next round, I only need to spend 2 points to trigger that ability. I'm going to take 6 damage. No, I'm in critical. The music stops and the thump, 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 doki, doki. Okay. Sword minus lowered it to maximum 5, but I can use that to win. And that should level me up and I'm full health again. The Warrior 2 chapter, instead of increasing my life by 4, it decreased it by 2 every time. So my strategy there was to do as minimal number of fights as I could as possible, to try to definitely not be maximum level, but I think maximum level 6 is the maximum level. I think I tried to be level 4 at the boss. I don't think that's possible. I think you're stuck with being 5. Okay, now I can choose between a spike shield, which can do damage or add defense to myself, or boomerang. But the fact that the boomerang is smaller, I think I'll pick that. So if I play this with a 6, I'll do 12 damage to my opponent, but I take 6 back. Thoughts on this game? I'm liking this game so far. So far, the game tells you there's 36 levels right off the bat, and I've gotten past 10 of them. I'm interested in this. Anything like a hard card game. Boomerang sounds like a better option. It's like a card game and a dice game together. So I don't know if you just saw my last battle or not, but you'll watch this next fight and you'll kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. Now I can reach the shop here. I have 4 coins. I can buy a boomerang. I can buy healing crystal or a snake eyes charm, or I can not buy anything if I don't want to. Healing is always a good idea, so let me pick that up. Let me go into my equipment. Let me take the staff out. So let me see. Okay, so sometimes L will show you what the upgraded equipment looks like. This stage doesn't show it. So right, the wizard is an interesting fight. His attacks, well, if these were not upgraded, it'd be, each one needs a specific role. Like teleport spell needs a 5, Hall of Mirrors needs a 6. But since these are upgraded, it changes that. So I do have Fury up. So let's start with, I'll attack with Fury. So as you see, I have my cards here shows what I can do depending on the dice I play on it. So I use Fury, which lets me do that attack twice. So I'll play a 6 with my sword. So I'll do a total of 12 damage. Let's re-roll this 3, see if I can get something better. Okay. I don't want to take too much damage on myself, so I'm not going to bump anything. Actually, okay, I got an idea. I'll increase the 5 to a 6, use the boomerang, so I'll do 12 damage to the wizard, and I'll take 6 myself. And now I'll heal myself 3. So I did the most damage and did the least amount of damage to myself. So he's going to do 5 damage. Oh, okay. He chose to do that, which is kind of pointless because this is the only turn he got. What he did was Hall of Mirrors gives him an extra dice to use. So Before he only had 1 die. If he had a next turn, he'd now have 2. 3 damage for 12 dealt. Not a bad trade. That's what I thought. Alright, so 6 to win. Let's re-roll. See if I can get something better than a 4. Nope. Okay. Let's do... Okay, I'll do the 4 damage to him. I'll heal 3. Now I'm at max. And then I'll do 4 damage to him and take 2 to myself. And that's the win. Stupendous, delightful. I look forward to fighting you many, many times in our eternity together. Okay. Now I can eat this. Because once I go down to the next level, there's no way up. So if I don't use anything on floor 2, it goes to waste. So, floor 3. More enemies now. So, okay. Okay, the anvil is upgraded, a current piece of equipment. I want to do that as many times as I can. Sometimes you can buy them in the shops. Let's do Fireman. And he is weak to ice if I happen to have any ice attacks, which I don't. But let's start off with doing the 6 damage. You know, I am just going to do the... I'll keep this as a 4. Do 8 damage to him, take 4 to myself. And then I'll heal... Then I'll heal 3. So he needs an even to roll. Since he only rolled 1 even, he only gets to attack once. But he burned 2 of my dice in the process. Okay. Let's turn the 2 into a 3. I'll take 2 damage for that, and I'll heal. I'll use Fury. I'll do 10 damage. And I'm going to leave that dice burning. Okay, he can do 8 damage to me with all of my dice burning. I'm going to turn the 2 into a 3 and then use that to heal. So, after taking 4 damage and healing 3, net loss of 1 to me. And you only got 1 even that time. I should have used Fury, but oh well. Okay, I'll do 4 damage to him for the win, and I'll take 2 damage to myself. Is this the actual game music? This is the actual game music, yes. So, now I have access to healing more. I will use one of them. Oh, was that only 6? I'll hold on to the other one, because I'll heal the max next time I defeat an enemy. Here for some more weapons? You got a deal on pool toys, no? The fighting is stuff it is then. So if I shock an enemy, that means their card is face down and I have to spend a dice to flip it back over. Freeze a dice means their highest value die turns into a 1. Where there's a Yeti that has an attack of if you give it doubles, then it freezes all my die. But the thief has the ability. He likes low dice, so I froze 2 of his dice, turned them into 1s. So he froze all of my dice and turned them all into 1s, and then I would just beat him with them. So that was interesting. Rolling a 16 is not easy. I normally avoid buying that one. But I don't like these either. So I'll buy this just in case I have a use for it later. Okay, now I'll show you this upgrade. So I can choose. So like if I upgrade my sword, it turns into an N+1. Healing crystal changes the max to 4. Bump lets me use it twice in a turn. First aid kit lowers the use from 16 to 12. The boomerang lowers the damage to myself to 3. So I can now, if I give it a 6, I'd do 12 and still only take 3 to myself. But I think I'll use it on first aid. Let's see, I can switch to my backpack, which only has a staff in it, which increases the damage from 6 to 8. But I think I'll use it on the sword first. And that's the Yeti I was talking about. So I want to avoid freezing the Yetis. Alright, let's do the Yeti first. So Ice Age Plus needs doubles, freeze all dice. Okay. Let's start by re-rolling a 3, try to get something higher. Alright, so I can change a 5 to a 6. I'll use my Fury. So now I'll do 14 damage. I'll heal 2 and apply the 5 to the first aid kit, bringing it down to 11. And he got doubles, so he's going to freeze all my dice. Alright, reroll. Try to get something better. Okay. I can do 7 damage with this. I'll heal myself 3. Add 1 to the 1 and apply it to the first aid kit. Now it's down to 9. And he's got doubles again. I got Fury up. Okay. I'm going to apply bump to my 1 and heal myself for 2. I'm going to use Fury to do 12 damage. And then first aid kit with 5. So I should be able to heal myself 8 next turn. Ah! Doubles again! Okay. I'm going to apply the 3 and the 1 to here. I heal 8. Now I'll do 5 damage to kill him. Okay. Now I've leveled up. I got an extra die. So I won't eat the food until after I beat her. What do I get? Crystal Sword. Do 3 times the damage. So I can do up to 18, but I can only use that once in a fight. Once I use that, I can't use it anymore. That'll be in my backpack. I'm not going to equip that now. Okay. I'm going to use my bump on my 6, and then I'll get a 6 back, and then an extra 1. So that's what happens. Like if something happens and you'd get a 7, you get it by a 6 and a 1. So I'll do 7 damage. I will do 4 damage and 2 to myself. I'll heal myself. I'll reroll this 1 a few times, see if I can get a better value. And then I'll apply 11 to first aid kit for next turn. Okay, poison is a weird little thing. If she applied 4 poison to me, then at the start of my turn I take 4 damage, and then I lose 1 poison counter. So I'm down to 3. So if she doesn't apply any more poison, I'll take 3 damage, then 2 damage, so 1 damage. So that 4 poison will eventually apply 10 damage to me over time. So that could be something to watch out for. Let's start re-rolling this 2. Okay. Let's add 1 to the 6 to get another die. And I can heal 1. Okay, I'll do 10 damage to her and 5 to myself. And then I'll heal 8, and that'll put me almost to max. I won't use Fury. Alright, now I'm going to get the 4 poison counters, so I'll take 4 more damage from that. Okay, I know. If I didn't know I had that food waiting for me, I would use my Fury to heal myself twice. But I'm going to hold on to Fury. I'll just heal myself, and then finish her, and then I'll eat the food to get more health. Level 4. Okay. The jar is a poison thing. The dire wolf is a poison thing. The wicker man is, I think, is a fire thing. Let's take care of this one first. Because haunted jar. So yeah. So max 3, so any die of 1, 2, or 3 will inflict 3 poison to me, and then if he puts a total of 18 on the blight card, it'll double my poison counter. So it usually doesn't happen on the first turn. So what it'll end up looking like is I'll get 3 the first turn. I'll lose a counter on it's my turn. Then he'll add 3 more to make it 5, then double it to make it 10. So at that point, if I don't win soon, I'm gone. Let's reroll this 2. Okay, let's dice up a 5. We can do damage. Oh, I should have done Fury on it. See, I don't want a Fury, a boomerang. I'll do 4 times the damage to it, but I'll do twice the damage to me. So I'll just leave that alone. And I'll apply the 13 points to first aid. Yeah, that was a bad roll. Okay, now I'm definitely going to use my Fury. Do 10 damage, or 12 damage. And then I'll heal myself 8. Yeah, so again, I'm going to have 10 poison counters at the end of this turn. So 10 damage from that. So I need to win, like, now, otherwise I'm going to be hurting. I have Fury again. I'm going to use it. Shovel. Do end damage. If 6, then inflict 1 weaken. Let's do Wickerman next, so I can use the food to heal. Lots of 6s. Okay, let's add 1 to the 6 to get a new die, and then re-roll that die. See if I can, what I can get. Okay. Well, I'll heal the 2. I'll do 7 damage. I'll do 10 damage and take 5 to myself. And then I'll put 12 points on first aid kit. Okay, I'll do 7 damage. I'll do 4 damage to myself with this one. I'll heal 2. I'm going to use Fury on the first aid, and I'll heal myself 16. Because I knew that deal 9 damage of burn was coming. and again, I'm Fury again, so it's not like I lost anything. Alright, this Fury to do 14 damage. I'll take 2 damage to myself. Let's heal. I'll leave that one burning and just apply 6 to that. So only 3 damage. Alright, and here's a win. Let me heal myself 3 times. I'll do... seven damage with that. And then... if I don't kill him now, I'll take more damage than if I just take the 2 damage to myself. So I'll kill him now and take the 2 damage. I can heal. And this will level me up to 5. I'll leave the dice there. Actually, I'll re-roll a 4. Maybe I'll get something smaller so I can use it to heal. Nope. But I can at least apply on the first aid kit. Okay, so Curse. Curse is not a fun one. Every action I do, there's a 50% chance it'll fail, where I lose the die and the card applied to it. So I want to probably use it to burn the curse on one of my other cards, so I don't lose it on sword. So let's try to heal myself first. Okay, so that used the curse up. So now I'm not cursed anymore. So I'll heal myself 8 first. Change the dice value to a 6. Use Fury. Do 14 damage. And I'll see if I can get a 1 or a 2. If I do, I'll use Boomerang. If it was more than a 2, I would just end my turn. Ouch. Okay, I'm using Fury on the sword. Let's re-roll the 2, see if I get something better. Okay. I'll apply that to first aid. I'll heal myself 3. And then I'll put 5 more in first aid. Because if I survive this next round, I'm going to need it. Yep. See. So, hey Aubrey. So as you can see, you can get far and then just have one unlucky roll and lose. And you know, start over the entire run. I'll try a thief. So again, this same, you know, I think the 4th level is the same for everybody. It's the same as their level 1, except for 10% extra health, and enemy gets upgraded equipment. Oh, okay. I thought I had a little more time, but my son just said he needs to pick up from work. I thought he didn't get off until 9, but he got off at 8. So I'm going to end my stream here. I'll probably do another stream tonight after I pick him up and after I have dinner. So it's 8 o'clock now, so maybe closer to 10, I might hop back on and do another stream. So, again, see, I was doing this for 40 minutes, while it was a little bit longer because I was explaining what I was doing. You know, 40 minutes for one run through. So, hope you liked it. If you have any questions about how the game is played, put it in the comments and I'll answer them when I can. Otherwise, I'll probably be back on in about 2 hours, and I'll play another round. Thanks for watching.